Hi, what's up? What's good, YouTube? It's the boy King CJ. Welcome back to the channel, all my kings and queens. And today we got a tier list update, and due to some changes that have went on around in the battlefield, or if you want to say the Omega Flight, which is where we all are, I decided that since now new players can most definitely get a set of regional gear, I think it's time to throw away the free to play, making free to play priority the list, because I originally made that list because of how hard it was to really get regional. But now that everybody can get that one regional set for free, I think it's time to actually start ranking every character by how they actually perform at the toppest shape. So yes, that means we're going to be taking into account Iron Man missiles registering before they hit, Spider-Man's web shots registering before they hit, the tankiness of Captain America's at a very high level, at max buildish kind of. We're going to be talking about bubble build storms. I mean, we're going all in on it. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, we have two slots as always: PvE, PvP. We also added in some new science on the other hand, because I wanted people to understand what I mean by that. So we do have something on the other hand that says max build. What is a max build? All right, so a max build is a character is when you usually start seeing the character at its toppiest shape. Now you can probably add in some more attack to boost your power up, probably tweak some few things, but around that 1.7, 1.8, around that mark right there is where I would kindly label it as a max build, because you're probably you probably maxed out majority of the important stats that you need set into this game. So let's roughly say a max build is about 1.7, 1.8 million. And that's just to give you guys some light work of what I'm looking at right here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So now we have PvE. In my opinion, I don't really think much has changed when it came to PvP. There might have been a little change with some characters and their place into the game. Now with the way that the game wants to market invasions. So of course, now that we have invasions in, and it's going to be in, we're going to have to get over this. Invasions is going to be a part of the in-game now, so that's what we have. And as we all know, the one character that dominates invasions is Storm, and there's a competition behind her that's not like far behind as in Iron Man, because he has the damage and he also has the capability when it comes to the AoE as well. And again, this is people who are at the max build. It does not matter if it is optimal or not optimal. For an example, Iron Man has the highest single target damage in this game due to his 2 single target damaging skill. Nobody doesn't use it because it takes a lot of stamina, and it's not feasible unless if you are a whale, which newsflash guys, that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about the big whale. So this is kind of what I will put as the big 3 right here as far as PvE goes. Now let's go ahead and put my man Star-Lord up there. And here's the thing. The only thing that's holding Star-Lord back is his lack of AoE. It makes him hard to score more and battle challenge, evasions, things like that. Where it's probably like the only really PvE centric things we have. Until at least the Alliance boss comes out. So maybe when the Alliance boss comes out, we see something more better for him, if that makes sense. But however, we got a big promotion. Due to the landscape of how invasions are going to be, I'm willing to put my money on that's probably how the Alliance World boss is going to be as well, where there's probably going to be a lot of unavoidable damage. They're starting to put more emphasis on being a tank, and when you have unavoidable damage, you want people to be a tank. In the story mode, you're a tank. Now, he might not score higher than the people that I'm going to put under him, but the viability that he brings to a roster is the fact that he has support, right? He has the big shield. Anybody in their right mind can tell you, when that shield comes up, you feel invincible. You feel like you can keep running. Like, you just feel like it is not, you feel like it's just an extra health bar to play with. Now, the other person that is behind said Captain America, in my opinion, I think Magik is a better Captain America than what Captain America is when it at least comes to PvE. But the thing that holds Magik back is she's still not going to score really high. I mean, she's tanky, but she doesn't bring the support that Captain America comes with. So that's why I'm kind of going to put her under Captain America. Whereas if we did not take support into account, kind of like what I would usually do, yeah, I would definitely put her above him. Now, these last three right here, any of these can be interchangeable, but for sure, I am going to go ahead and put Doctor Strange here. Because Doctor Strange, he does have the support buffs to go along with it, and he actually has some decent damage, and he has the AoE with him. So again, you can make it work with him at like the tippiest top of shapes. This is what it would look like if people just spent a whole lot of money. You would see it come out into it. And I hope that you guys are following along with it. Also, as you guys can see, we still brought back the star for the relying on heavily RNG. If you don't know, I'll explain it again. Relying heavily on RNG are characters who really can't function that well unless if you have the right RNG. Like, for an example, Star-Lord, he's all flame damage. If you roll anything else other than flame damage when it comes to PvE, then you're just flat out effed. Right, you're not gonna get nowhere with that. Whereas you can do with Storm, she at least has like air to surface damage that people have value on, so that's a good thing. Now let's go over here to PvP. Now this one is gonna be very, very tightly contested. If you ask me, I think number one is still Spider-Man. I think number one is still Spider-Man. I'll tell you why. It's because even though they had nerfed Spider-Man and they had buffed a lot of other characters, the main thing is you still see people call him broken, and you still see people, having issues with him, regardless who the character is. At this point, I hear Spider-Man say their only competition is other Spider-Man, so that's kind of how that works. Now, this next section of people, I'm probably gonna say 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they all can be interchangeable, so I would not really put that much emphasis on. Well, here, this is what we're gonna do, because I'm definitely gonna have to add this over here to PvP for sure. So, all right, here we go, guys. Here we go. I think second place, maybe, I'm feeling like Captain America might be the second best PvP character. And the thing that makes him the second best PvP character is because in dimensional duels, I honestly think he might be top 2 or top 3, right? Omega War, I honestly think he's probably in the bottom half in Omega War, at least comes to kill wise, but he can hold point, right? And he also has the support. And where he really shines at is Alliance Omega War, where he has the support, and the goal of that objective is to point hold, and this guy can point hold like no other. And I just feel like every time somebody has an Alliance Omega War, they want to have a Captain America. Hell, if you can't have multiple Captain Americas and a low spending free to play player Captain America is completely different than a max build Captain America. Like a max build Captain America, he doesn't die, but he can damn near one shot you with one hit if he wanted to. So that's kind of, I know this might seem controversial right now for a bit, and I can definitely understand it, but I think when it comes to the high amounts of crit damage decrease he got, and now that they changed the around how the PvP decrease or increase, however that stuff works, and you just see the tankiness of Captain America. Like, I've seen Black Widows 350% crit damage, 2 million power level. I've seen them use their ult, hit Captain America, all three of the attack with all three of the attack, and I've seen that boy crit for almost nothing. And I've seen it happen. Crit for almost nothing. So there's not really much you can do to really combat Captain America. Stuff just fly away. So yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. All right, coming in at number 3. I'm gonna say it. I think at the tippity top, I am going to put stock into Bubble Build Storm. Yes, I think I'm a full believer in the Bubble Build Storm. Like, I've seen people when they actually want to try with Storm and they do the bubble build. People just have a hard time with it, and it's not even a build where it's like it's going to get you the kill. It's more of a stall out build. And so I've seen storms, or it's probably only like maybe like 5 storms, but out of those 5 storms, only probably one storm was above like 2 mil, and you know, they was doing their thing. But other storms are like under that can do it. Like, we have people like Claire, for an example. I think she's on like 1.6 ish, around that area. They can push number 1 in dimensional duels or whatever it is the case with that set bubble building. You don't have to kill the people. You can really just stall out the time, which again, that's what most of them do with it. And not to mention, let's take into her Omega War. God, her Omega War is ridiculous. So much AoE, can kill so many opponents at once. It's just insane. And then even when you go to Alliance Omega War, it's still the same thing. Kill so many people at once. I think she really shines in those areas because of the way her AoE works. Number 4, I think I'm going to go ahead and take Black Widow. Now, originally, I was really down on Black Widow due to her nerfs, but after some time, and I think the Black Widow community had kind of figured out what it was they wanted to do. They kind of pushed through it, rolled some different cards that gave them a cooldown. I definitely think that they are back to somewhat where they were, but again, I still feel like maybe that bubble, like I said, man, I see so many I watch streams, okay, and I've watched Saki-chan, I've seen it all, and I just seen them kind of have issues with very tanky Captain Americas and bubble build storms, and that's legit out there. Now we're gonna go to number 5, and I'm gonna put Iron Man. I think Iron Man is the case for number 5. So, alrighty. So, like I told you guys, don't kill me in the comments. I might be part of the hype beat. Alright, ready? This is editor CJ here. So I kind of had some time while I was going through editing this video. I looked at this ranking and it just did not feel right to me, if that makes sense. So I think I'm gonna do some reshuffling around here, okay? So I think, to keep it honest with you guys, yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. Maybe I was just smoking on some loud pack or something, I don't know. I guess I was just going with like the guts. It was my guts and my heart, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna be real with you guys. I guess I was being more biased, you can say that. But I you know, yeah, I couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't do it. I just could not do it. So let me redo this, right? And then let's do it like for sure. Let's go and put Iron Man here, and then we're gonna put Black Widow here in the third. No need to break the mode. We can just keep the same top three right here for safetyness, right? But however, when I told you guys that I believe that whole top 5 could be interchangeable, like maybe if you feel like the Storm bubble build is just like OP, hard to beat, which it is. I've seen people go to town with it. Then you feel like it's probably the second best, hell, maybe in the first best, and you have an argument for it, and I completely understand. And just like if you guys feel like, you know, the PvP changes that made Captain America way more tankier, if you feel like maybe that it is over the top with you, on top of him being able to hit hard due to how much money you spend on the game, again, you can make the argument just like you can make Iron Man. If you have all that cooldown on your Iron Man, because again, of course, this is at the tippity top shape. We're doing at the tippity top shape of the build that it can be. Iron Man, he can spam napalms, and then he can spam spin blade, cooldown, spin blade, napalm, dodge, spin blade. So oh my goodness, it can be one big heckle of a deal to deal with Iron Man. So again, this is kind of where I'm going to be setting off right here. I'm pretty confident in this ranking right here, but again, I feel like 2 through 5 can definitely be interchangeable in my honest opinion. Like I said, if you want to make the argument Captain America, Storm, Black Widow, Iron Man is the second best, then look, you have a pretty solid case for all of them. But thank you for coming to that. I am out of here now. Editor CJ out. Peace.